Alright, hey, shalom, shalom. First and foremost, before I start this lesson, I want to start by giving all praises to our power, Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Makah, Kodash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders at Great Millstone, who are the true leaders of Israel today. And shalom to the hopeful elect, pushing and enduring in these last days. Hey, shalom, shalom. And this is going to be a topic going into, don't expect this walk to be all, just easy. No one ever even said this walk was just going to be easy. So, and I want to start with, Sirach, also known as Ecclesiasticus 11 and 14. Prosperity and adversity, life and death, poverty and riches come of the Lord. Wisdom, knowledge, and understanding of the law are of the Lord. Love and the way of works are from him. The point being is in 14, prosperity and adversity, life and death, poverty and riches come of the Lord. So when you go through certain things in the flesh, fighting demons, or, physical ailments and things of that sort, or just, things that are happening around you that, are afflicting you, that's all coming from the Lord. And a prime example of that is, Job and what he went in and what he went through, and we can get that account, This is Job. I'm gonna start at 2 and I'm gonna start at 2 and verse, just verse 4. And Satan answered the Lord and said, skin for skin, yeah, all that a man hath will he give for his life. But put forth thy hand now and touch his bone and his flesh, and he will curse thee to thy face. So Yahweh, Yahweh had a, encounter with Satan, and we know that Satan can't do nothing unless the Lord allows him to. So the Lord allowed Satan to go tempt, Job. And even Job understood that, the Most High is in control of everything, even us. So it goes on to say, and Satan answered the Lord and said, skin for skin, yet all that a man has will he give for his life. But put forth thy hand now and touch his bone and his flesh, and he will curse you to thy face. And the Lord said unto Satan, behold, he is in thy hand, but save his life. Don't do too much. So went Satan forth from his presence of the Lord and smote Job with sore boils and sole of his foot unto his crown. So he had, blisters from all the way to his foot to his crown, meaning all over his body. And he took him a potsherd to scrape himself withal, and he sat down among the ashes. So, he was going through it, he was being, tested. He wanted to see if, Yahweh wanted to see if he was gonna, curse him out. And that's like unto us today, as in, something may happen in your life or in your day-to-day walk, whether it be physical, and let's just say it's physical because it is, in this account. So you walk, you sprain your ankle. Are you still gonna push forward? Are you still gonna, pray on the Lord and, seek the Lord and things of that sort? Are you gonna stay rooted? And then you're gonna have things and, mainly Satan come and tell you, like, what are you doing? Just stop doing what you're doing and just focus on this, focus on that. And that's likened to his wife. Verse 9, Salakia. Then said his wife unto him, dost thou still retain thine integrity? It's a test of integrity. Curse the Most High and die. The scripture says that he that putteth his hand to the plow and turn his back is not fit for the kingdom of heaven. So, you're going through it, you have to focus on this, study on that, and worry about this, your job, and things of that sort. And you got to be able to, balance it out and retain thy integrity when it comes to, doing the work of the Lord as well. And that's a personal testimony, because, I got to focus on, work and, studying and things of that sort, and retain that info and still hold my integrity to, still make lessons, still watch lessons, study, sit down and add my time to, do what I need to do. And that's likened to, your brothers as well, as we're going into right now, a boil or something, like a sprained ankle or something in your life that wants to push you or move you from, having that faith in Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. And you're gonna have, things to, man, what do you, like, come on, stop worrying about that and do this. Stop worrying about the truth and focus on this fruit. It's going to be things of that sort. Verse 9. Then said his wife unto him, dost thou still retain thine integrity? Curse the Most High and die. They're going to tell you, man, let that shit, even maybe in your mind, it's like, man, I should just let this shit go and, just ignore it. Which, hey, you're going to, what did he say? Curse the Most High and die. Because even she had an understanding that if he were to curse the Most High, he would die. Verse 10. But he said unto her, thou speakest as one of the foolish women speaketh. And it's crazy because this truth is likened unto a woman. So you're speaking as, this wisdom is likened unto a woman. So you're speaking as, foolish wisdom. Like you're speaking as a dumb woman right now. Something in the world would say, like, why you keep going through it? Why you keep going through that? What? Shall we receive good at the hand of the Most High, and shall we not receive evil? All this did not Job sin with his lips. Hey, and that's just something that we got to take into consideration. 1 week, you just may be having a, study, boom, doing this, doing that, doing this, boom, boom, on fire. And then the next week is just, now you have, the Most High comes and, allow Satan to bring in more temptations, which is for the betterment of us. Because if we go to Job 42, this is Job 42, and I'm going to start at verse 11. Then came there unto him all his brethren and all his sisters and all they that had been of his acquaintance before, and did eat bread with him in his house. And they bemoaned him and comforted him over all the evil that the Lord had brought upon him. Every man also gave him a piece of money, and everyone an earring of gold. So, hey, it was the Lord. Hey, they like to say Satan did that and Satan did this. But what did it say? They bemoaned him and comforted him over all the evil that the Lord had brought upon him. Every man also gave him a piece of money, and everyone an earring of gold. So, through the temptations that we're going to get sent through, if we pass them, we're going to get a reward. And the scriptures talk about, doing this work for a reward. And what's that main reward? The kingdom of heaven. That's what we want. We want a crown. We want to be part of the rulership and the government body of Yahweh Shai and the kingdom to come. We want to be a part of that. But what? We're gonna go through certain things, man. And that's why I have Sirach, 11 and 14, prosperity and adversity. All these things are all from the Lord, but it's all for a betterment of us. Let me get this. It's like this is Proverbs 11 and 1. A false balance is an abomination to the Lord, but a just weight is his delight. So, you may be going through it for a certain moment of time, maybe a couple weeks, you gotta, bear that cross, and the next week, hey, it's just perfect, it's so-called perfect in the sense of, you're doing what you need to do, you're being charitable, doing, on fire, moving in the spirit, then boom, the test. And it just keeps going until Yahweh Bashim Yahushua sees us fit to, just close out, boom, the 144 sealed, and shit just hits the fan. EMP just hits, boom, everything shuts off. And we gotta lean on what? On what we've been learning, what we've been reading, man. Hey, going through them adversities. Hey, the scriptures talk about prepare thy soul for temptation. I'm pretty sure it's in Sirach, the first chapter, if I'm not mistaken. Or Wisdom of Solomon. Okay, so like I forgot where it's at. There it is. This is Sirach 2 and 1. My son, if thou come to serve the Lord, prepare thy soul for temptation. Set thy heart aright and constantly endure, and make not haste in the time of trouble. And that's something we gotta, apply. Something we read and look out for, because hey, you come and serve the Lord, we understand that it comes with, people constantly trying to take you off your track. You go out and you do what you need to do, and there's always something pushing you to the left and to the right, to push you off that straight path. But what we got to do is set that heart right and constantly endure. We just gotta endure it, man, and make not haste in time of trouble. Hey, when Jacob's trouble hits, which is it's gonna be that's gonna be a time of trouble. We can't make a haste in the time of trouble or shuck up what we're gonna do with moving all awkward and weird. Nah, you're gonna come into Jacob's trouble with full confidence in what you did was worthy unto Yahweh Shai. But hey, the point being is, my son, if thou comest to the Lord, prepare thy soul for a temptation. And this is why we're gonna be tempted. We're gonna tried to see if we're worthy for the kingdom. Let me get this. 1 Peter 4:12. Beloved, think it not strange concerning the fiery trial which is to try you, as though some strange thing happened unto you. Just some strange, weird, like why? You're driving, everything's perfectly normal, and then just your tire goes out, and everything was fine. Every single tire was clean, but for some reason that tire went out. And you're just there thinking like, bro, what the hell? And then you go home, and some other BS happens, and and it's all to just try you, man, put you in a certain state of humbleness and lowliness, and a state of mind of that it's all good. Ain't nothing in this world matters. It's all good. 13. But rejoice in as much as ye are partakers of Hamashiach's sufferings, and also the sufferings that Yahweh Shai went through. Boss is calling you to, they don't want to work with you because of what you believe in and what you teach, or maybe they see you out there teaching, and now they, your numbers blocked. You have, your women might leave you because you believe in this. Family members, spreading away from you because you want to follow the law, statutes, and commandments to the best of your abilities, and you want to do what's right in the sight of Yahweh Shai. And then even more, the sufferings we're gonna partake in when we get, outlawed and by the government, man, the whole media. The media is not on our side. We're gonna be, we're gonna suffer, for a little bit. We're gonna suffer. But what? That when the glory shall be revealed, ye may be glad also with exceeding joy. Hey, a false balance is an abomination to the Lord. Yeah, right now it's like, damn, bro, wow, like I want this shit to crack already. Damn, bro, I want, I'm going through this, going through that, and I don't want to do it. I don't want to do it no more. But you're just in a state of, damn, bro, I just want this shit to crack already. Right? I just want to be in the kingdom already, and that's why we act like that, because America's through, man, full of wickedness. You got to deal with Eve's through ass. You got to deal with motherfucking demons all around you. You can't even just kick it because some bullshit's always happening. It's Babylon, man. You go out and try to get, maybe some soda or some shit, and you just see bugged out Jake out there, just doing too much, just out there through. But this is to show us, man, that this is what happens when, we don't do what we need to do. This is what happens when we're not on point. We fall. And and the scriptures also say that when the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice, but when the wicked are in authority, the people mourn. And it's actually flipped. But yeah. Right now he's ruling. We're seeing how he's ruling this earth, man. It just feels bad, you know what I mean? It's just like the sufferings that Yahweh Shai is going through too, man. But I'm gonna read verse 14. If ye be there it is. If ye be reproached for the name of Hamashiach, happy are ye, for the spirit of glory and the Most High resteth upon you. On their part, he is evil spoken of, but on your part, he is glorified. And that's gonna be the same with us. You know, those that, you know, believe in this truth, you know, and those that believe in this ministry and on the words that we speak, hey, you know, to you and to us, we're gonna be glorified, you know. But as for everybody else, they look at us as, you know what, hey, you know, they look at us as, you know, racist, you know, this, that, and the third, you know, all this other, man, you know, just all these things that don't actually apply to us. And that's why it says, on their part, he is evil spoken of. And that's the same thing with us. You know, we're evil spoken of. You know. Verse 15, but let none of you suffer as murderers, or as a thief, or as an evildoer, or as a busybody in other men's matters. You know, you can't just be suffering because of your choices. You know, you're just making bad choices and you're suffering. Well, that's on you. But, you know, it says, yet, if any man suffer as a Christian, let him not be ashamed, but let him glorify the Most High on his behalf. And we're the true Christians. You know, we truly walk in the ways of Yahawashi. And, you know, that's what, you know, you need to be suffering for that. You know, you suffering because you don't want to go and eat pork. Now you got your whole little, you know, your little worldly homie just talking shit. You know, that's something you got to be suffering for. Or even, you know, other things, you know, you might get an egg thrown at you, or things like that, man. You know what I mean? Like, just suffering for righteousness' sake, not for your dumb choices. You know, you go out and you know, you get chastised because you wanted to be a nigga. Or you want to do bad things, and you think you're just getting suffered because of that, but you're actually just suffering because of your bad choices. Verse 17, for the time is come that judgment must begin at the house of the Most High, and it first begin at us, what shall be the end of them that obey not the gospel of the Most High? And if the righteous scarcely be saved, where shall the ungodly and the sinner appear? Wherefore let them that suffer according to the will of the Most High commit the keeping of their souls to him in well-doing as unto a faithful Creator. And that's the point. That's the point. You know, we don't want to take part in, because we know where the sinner and God are going to appear. They're going to go through judgment, you know, judgment on this side. But, hey, the righteous, they're going to be scarcely saved in the time of Jacob's trouble. You know, and that's why I said, wherefore let them that suffer according to the will of the Most High commit the keeping of their souls to him in well-doing as unto a faithful Creator. Hey, and with that, I don't want this it was edifying. I want to give all praises to our power, Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahawashi, by Hashem, Makai, and double honors to the apostles and the elders at Great Millstone. Hey, shalom, shalom.